Hey everyone, Chris Ruhm with the Ruhm-Insurance Agency, licensed independent insurance agent located in Cincinnati, Ohio. Currently hold a license in 20 states. Today I'm going to tell you how to sign up for Medicare Part B only. This typically applies to people that have decided to work past 65 and keep their group health benefits because they had credible coverage with more than 20 employees. If you had less than 20 employees, you probably already enrolled in Part B, so this will not be relevant for you. But if you are delaying Part B because you have good benefits through your group employer and you are now deciding to retire, this is how you can sign up for Social Security online. All right, so come to ssa.gov, Medicare /sign up. And then you're going to click on the Get Started Part B and do the application. All right. There is a forms page, ssa.gov /forms. And that's where you can find these forms, but I will put them in the first comment of this video. All right. You're going to need two forms to do this, CMS 40B and CMS L564. All right. And here is the English version. So I'm going to click on this because I do not know Spanish. And it's pretty straightforward. You're going to need your Medicare number, your last, first, and middle name, mailing address, city, phone number. Do you wish to sign up for Medicare Part B? That's yes. Do you currently have or did you have coverage through an employer or union health group? That's typically yes. B is most likely going to be no. But if it does pertain to you, then of course answer it the way you need to. And then on 7C, you're going to put in your start date. And if your coverage has ended, put in the end date. If it hasn't ended, then click not ended. You'll also do this one here as well, dates of health coverage from an employer. And then the start date, the end date if it's ended, and then not ended, of course. 8 has an employer, health insurance provider, or other entity requested or required you to enroll. So this would be no, because we're assuming you have credible coverage, meaning 20 or more employees. And then this is important here in the remarks section. I would put in the full date that you want your coverage to begin. So typically you can do this 3 months before your end date for retirement. Okay. So let's say your coverage is going, or your employment is going to end on November 30th. I would put Part B effective date requested December 01, 2024. Pretty simple. That's just so they know when you want your coverage to start, because you want to do this a couple months before your start date, just so you have time to make sure there's no errors. And then 10, you'll sign here, and then you'll put the date you signed it. You do not need a signature of the witness or any of this stuff here. This doesn't apply to that. You don't need the witness. So once you have that, you can submit this online, but you can also do this and print it and scan it with the next form that I'm going to show you. This is CMS form L564. And here you'll put, this is what you can fill in, and then your employer is going to have to do some stuff here. So obviously employer name, this is the date you're doing the application, the employer address, city, state, zip code, the applicant's name. So that is going to be the person that is signing up for Part B and their social security number. Most often, it's also the employee's name. But if you're leaving your spouse's coverage, then you want to put the spouse's name and social security number of the person that actually has the policy. Okay. So most of the time it's the same name, but it can be different if you're leaving your spouse's coverage. And then you would put the spouse's name in this and their social security number. This is to be filled in by the employer. Obviously, this is going to be yes. If yes, give the date the applicant coverage began. Do not put the most recent plan date or the calendar year. This is when you first had group health coverage with your employer. If you've had more than one employer since 65, you would have to do two of these forms. So just take that into consideration. It's rare, but you could have. Has the coverage ended? Yes or no? Well, if it hasn't ended yet, you can put no. If it has, you put in the date, and then the coverage will start according to that CMS 40B when you want it to start. It's always the first day of the following month at least, okay? And it's always the first date of the month. When did the employee work for the company? So you're going to put in the from date and to the date, or you can put in the date they're still employed here. If you're a large group health plan and the applicant, you're going to leave 6 blank. You're going to leave this part blank as well. And then last but not least, the employer company official needs to sign it, date it, put in their company title and a phone number. And it's that simple. Okay. And then you will scan this and upload as part of the application process when you're doing it. So once you're in your myssa.gov account and you sign up for Part B, this is going to be the process. And I just wanted to cover some of these things that sometimes might cause a little bit problems, like number 2 here. All right. So a lot of people will put in like maybe it started, they got a new plan July 1st. They switched from Blue Cross Blue Shield to United Healthcare, and that's when they put in that new plan. This is when you started your employment and they gave you health coverage. So if you started in January of 2020 and you were given coverage March of 2020, that is when you would put the date 03 2020, okay, or it might be 03 of 1995. So hopefully this is helpful when you're going to sign up. If this form is different when you're seeing this, please let me know. I might need to update this video for you. If you found this helpful, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my page. Again, I will have these forms in the first comment of the video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me back on my website. You can schedule an appointment here, or you can give me a call or text, and I can help you out with this. All right. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Bye-bye.